Okay, hello, hi. Welcome to Create and Hang with me, Nick. So I know that in the schedule, Talia is scheduled for today. No, not Wednesday. It is Tuesday at 2 p.m. Yes, that's the time. Unfortunately, Talia wasn't able to make today's stream, so I am subbing in for her. So hopefully you guys are not too disappointed. Scheduling stuff happens, so you need to adjust as you can. So what am I doing for today? Because normally when I stream, I work on the Harry Potter RPG, which is on Fridays at 10 a.m. So if you're interested in that, definitely go over and check out my previous streams on that. And maybe tune in for this Friday. Now, I could continue working on that, but I'm at a kind of crucial crossroads where I need to take a look at the statistics and a lot of the core gameplay loop. Long story short, if you don't have the statistics planned out and you don't have a good idea of what the odds are, it could potentially create a very unbalanced experience for the player, and that's something I wanted to avoid. So a lot of those streams have been just focusing on the math, and I realize that's not terribly interesting to watch. So I am doing some more work behind the scenes to hopefully, when I come back this Friday, to have, talk a little bit more about the actual features of the game mechanics and not just the math. So I didn't think that would be a good thing to do for today, but I needed something to come up with, and I think we're just going to do some photo manipulation in GIMP. GIMP, if you don't know, stands for Graphic Interface. What does GIMP stand for? I forget now. Graphic Interface Manipulation System, I think. GIMP.org. Let's see. Website is loading. Also, while I'm thinking about it, the music you are listening to is brought by Wolf and Raven. I will add in a link to their YouTube page. Great music. Love listening to it. It stands for GNU Image Manipulation Program. I don't know what the GNU stands for. Another curious question. What does GNU in GIMP stand for? Question mark. You gotta love Google. As part of the GNU project, meaning that it follows the GNU standards and viewed under the general public license. Okay, interesting. It's an acronym for GNU's not Unix, chosen because GNU design is Unix-like, but differs from Unix by being free software and containing no Unix code. I have no idea what Unix code is. All right, bear with me here. We're going down a rabbit hole for just 2 seconds. What is Unix? Oh, is it like a type? Linux versus Unix. All right, so it looks like it's a particular programming thing. Let me see here. Unix is an operating system which was first developed in the 1960s. Huh. All right. We mean the suite of programs which make the computer work. Okay. So that is some stuff that I have very little knowledge of, and that's a rabbit hole for another time. All right, so we answered that. Basically, GIMP is a free program that I like to use in place of Photoshop. It works quite well. It is very similar to Photoshop. It is a little clunky in the sense that you don't get quite the same user experience as you do in Photoshop. It's a little bit more streamlined, but the tools work great. So I'm going to use that today, and we're going to create some form of a collage. And in all honesty, I figured, sometimes not having a plan can be fun. So let's go ahead, go online, and we're going to just look up different things. So let's look up space. And let's just look for some cool stuff. Ooh, that's cool. I kind of like this. So, before I do this, though, let's go ahead and, I probably just lost that to the abyss down there. Can I get that back? Maybe? Oh, it's just the GIMP thing. Oh, no. Yeah, I moved it way too below. Maybe I can do the shift tab thing, or is it control tab? Oh no. Alright, hold on. Yeah. Alright, I have to reopen GIMP. That's okay. Alright, well anyway, let's go ahead and create a folder. There we go. Hi, GIMP. Let's go ahead and create a new folder on the desktop. We're going to call this image collage. Great. I'm going to open this bad boy up. And let's go here. We're going to pop that in there. So that's cool. I really like... It could be a little bit darker, but okay, that's fine. So maybe we'll take this as well. Ooh, oh, very cool. We're going to just grab some stuff here and there. What is this? Oh, that's cool. I like that. I don't think I'll use it, but it's kind of funny nonetheless. So you've got the sun. Oh, I forget my planets. Well, that must be Jupiter. Saturn, Uranus. I don't know if we count Pluto anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, what is that planet? Because, okay, that's clearly Jupiter. Saturn, Uranus. This is Earth. I want to say that's Mars because it's red. So that must be Mercury. So then what is this one? Oh, I forget. I'm missing 2 of the planets here. What are they? Venus? Possibly? And then, what's the last one? Oh, no. Oh, I kind of don't want to look it up. Because I want to see if I can guess it. Okay, I'm trying to remember my Greek gods here. Because that's how I used to remember it. Zeus was Jupiter. Venus was Aphrodite. Saturn. Oh, my brain's gonna break. I gotta look this up really quick. List of planets. Jupiter. Oh, Neptune. Of course. Okay, so that must be Poseidon. So those one, which one was Uranus? List. Sorry, I'm like going on rabbit holes today. Greek god. Uranus. It's one of the, see, it's really Roman god, because they named them after the planets. I'm trying to what's the associated Roman god? Calus, however you say it. But they're interesting. Huh. So I thought there was a equivalent for a Roman god and a Greek god. Anyway, going down a tangent here. Cool image nonetheless. I really like it. Let's see here. Oh, we got a nice purplish blue background. I like it. Cool. Maybe let's get a cool, sweet space station. Alright, so this is the actual space station. It's kind of nuts to think about it. That looks like someone did a little Photoshop work there. Sci-fi. Go sci-fi. Let's see here. Oh, it looks like someone made something on Blend Swap, which is cool. Let's see. Oh, this one's cool because it's got a nice simple white background. That's probably going to be pretty easy to crop. The lighting is pretty specific. We can use that to our advantage. It'd be a little bit easier to match. It's a little low texture looking, but that's okay. Oh, this has transparency in it already. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know. It looks funky. I like it. Cool. And let's maybe get a ship. Was that a ship down here? I don't know what that was. Spaceship. Space. Ship. No, let's go sci-fi. Forget realistic. I'm just picking out one that appeals to me. Ooh, this looks cool. That actually looks like a model, though. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. We can adjust the lighting a little bit, too. No, don't go to YouTube. I mean, it's definitely a cool thing, but let's download that. I also like the blue here. That'll go nicely. So let's come back to our GIMP over here. We're going to create a new... Let's make sure this is maximized. I'm getting a little side... There we go. Let's go to File, and we're just going to create a standard 1920 by 1080. And let's pop in... Where are my folders? Why is it over on this screen? And let's go over to... image collage. So let's start with the background, which I think we are going to go with that nice, awesome... yeah, fine. Cool. So we've got our background. So I suppose, number one, we don't really need this. So I'm going to delete it. Now let's lock it on move here. Probably want to lock all of it because I'm not going to do much with it. And let's start with let's bring this in for a start. Convert, that's fine. Well, I wonder if we can do like some cool like transparencies here. Because we've got like this really cool like central point, which I really like, and it's got like this sort of swirling thing. So I'm wondering if we could do something with a blending mode. Let's just play around with this for a second. Let's do, say... Ooh. Okay, yeah. I'm liking it, See if I can lower this opacity down a little bit. Alright, so let's experiment. See what we got. Light and only. Okay, that's actually a little bit better. Screen. That's a little too much. Ooh, bright and bold. I'm betting we can probably do 2 passes of this. So I like the dodge because it's really bright. It does come out a little too bright in some areas, though. So maybe we can do 2 passes where we do a screen for like a little bit more subtle effect overall. And then we can add another layer to kind of help that out. Darken, I don't really want to do. Let's see, overlays. No, I don't like that. Grain merge? That's weird. Never seen that before. Whoa, okay, that's getting a little too... Alright, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and set this back to... Hey, come here. Let's go back to screen. We're going to lower this down just a smidge. Just so we have a little bit of the mixing of colors. So we're going to say screen turbulence? Question mark. Let's go to a filter here. And maybe what we'll do is do I want to add noise? I don't know. Let's see what this does. Oh, okay. Does add a little bit of extra noise, but it's already got enough, so let's not mess with that. Let's go to... where's blur? Ah, there's blur. Let's do a median blur here. Oh, I think it's the radius where I have to... No, is that even doing anything? Huh. Oh, I have preview off. That's why. Ooh. Okay, alpha percentile, I don't think that really does much in this case. Turn this down a little bit more. Alright, so that's the full effect. I like that. Cool. And now we're going to pop this in again. But this time we're going to set it to dodge. And let's go ahead. We're going to lower that down again. Oh, maybe we won't. First, let's blur it. Medium blur again. We're going to increase that a little bit more. And the other thing I can do... Yeah, the two together definitely work way better. Alright, cool. So we kind of have like this explosion of color going on over here, which is pretty rad. So maybe what I'll do is let's bring in this bad boy over here. It got me. It literally, I thought this was transparent. Usually when you're working in a program and you've got the checker marks back there, it usually means that is transparent. However, it literally copied it from the image. So, oh well. Let me see. We could probably... Can I just remove that really quickly? Oh, it's giving me the... I hate it. I don't know why GIMP does this by default. I don't know if I have something turned on or... Because normally what I want to do when I erase is to actually erase the data, but it just changes it to white. And I don't know, or black in this case. So I don't know if there's a setting that I have turned on or I need to turn off or something. I suppose I'll just skip over to the layer mask tool. Initialize layer to white full opacity, and we're going to go to paint. And basically what this allows you to do is you can paint out parts of the image, and if you mess up, you just switch back to white. I was painting with black before, and you can paint it back in. It's a pretty straightforward tool. So let's go ahead and... So the one thing that I'm going to be a little careful here is that this has a lot of black coloring over here. It's also like all the lights coming out in like a direction, so I think this would work. We may have to just do a little perspective distortion. So let's go ahead and just roughly block this out. I'm not going to do a full crazy perfect masking quite yet. Whoop, I took a little bit off, because if we can't get this to match up correctly, I'm probably going to end up ditching this. This also would be a lot easier if I got my stupid tablet software updated. That's my fault. I actually just upgraded to Windows 10 recently. I know, it took me a while, but I'm there now. I'm there. Basically, I was rocking out with Windows 7 for quite a while. I didn't want to use 8. That just seemed like a headache. They skipped over 9, and then I wanted to wait a little bit before 10 got some of its bugs worked out. And it seems like they did that, and additionally, 7 is no longer being upgraded for security purposes. So I was like, all right, well, I've waited long enough. Now's a good time to bite the bullet and just pay for the software. So here I am. All right, so I think we've got... all right, I got a little carried away there. We'll just pop that back in. Though, if I don't do the mask now and I start perspective distorting this, you know, we'll make a copy. We'll make a copy. So let's save this. I don't know what else to call this except space. Alright, so let's duplicate this. Duplicate layer. Okay, great. We'll hide the original. I will use this one, and I'm going to apply the layer mask. And we're going to do a little perspective distortion here. So, one of the things I think would be cool is because everything's kind of like radially coming out, is to have the station sort of like we're looking at it almost straight down. Not quite. Like it's sort of like propelling around this sort of little universe thing here, which I probably could add in another image to get that like to work a little bit more. But let me go ahead and let's see. Right, I need the image. Yes, I select that, and let's go to. It should be under. No, not transform. Canvas size, scale image, color management mode, flatten image, guides. Is it under transform tools? Aha! Perspective. Oh, why is there... Why, oh, is that the original? Basically, what I'm trying to do is have it so this is coming toward the player a little bit more. Not the player, but the my brain just like flatlined for a split second. But having it come a little bit more toward the camera, so to speak. I may drop that down just a little bit so it's not quite as extreme. Okay, cool. Select. Oh, I don't have it selected. Oh, I have to confirm it. Okay, great. Cool, and then I suppose we can delete this. Boop. So at least I still have an original if I need it. Alright, now the other thing that I want to do is, these are pretty dark shadows, so I'm wondering if I can do a little bit of quick painting just to see if I can get that to add in a little bit more color here. I know, like, in actual real space, these shadows would actually be correct. But, you know, that's not fun. So let's see if I can sample a little bit of color. Color. Say like let's go a little bit. Ooh, nope. Let's go a little bit brighter here. Cool. The thing is that there's no details in here though, so I don't know how well that's gonna work. Just testing something real quick. I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. Lighten only. Yeah, because it's just dark color here, so there is like no data to work with. So I think even though I like the ship, I may have to ditch it. Dang it. Yeah, I don't think there's really an easy way for me to lighten up a pure black color. Because mathematically in the computer, black is 0. I can only add to it, so maybe that'll work. Just depends on if we get the right mode, though. Like, because you can't multiply anything by 0; it's still 0. So, I mean, that sort of did something, but it's only affecting those colors. I think this is a lost cause, so I think I am gonna go ahead and ditch this for right now. We're gonna have to get another. Whoop. We're gonna have to get another ship on. But we do have our spacecraft over here. Shadows aren't too dark. I think I can make that work potentially. Plus we can add in some overlays and whatnot to make it a little bit more interesting. So we're going to ditch that. I did grab this as well. So it might be cool to add in just an extra little flare there. I'm kind of happy with the the blue and purple combo, but maybe just a hint of red will spruce it up a little bit. Let's scale this up. Ooh, it is getting a little pixelated though. Let me go to my layer mask here. We're gonna make this brush bigger. Give it a, what's the hardness? We can lower that down a little bit more. Because basically I'm just trying to avoid any like super crazy rough edges. Why is that coming out so rough though compared to the others? It's really weird. It's like one part of the brush just decided to like get a lot firmer. Yeah, you see how we got like, it's very soft over here, but right here it's got a super rough edge. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me lower this side. Whoop. Oh, that's weird. Alright, so maybe what I'll do to compensate for that is to blur it a little bit more. I don't know why that's happening though. That's very bizarre. That should not be happening. Alright, so let's go to filter, blur. We're going to crank this up a little bit more. Whoop. Oh, I'm still on the... Alright, there we go. Let's apply this. I was still on the layer mask, that's why I was giving us an issue. Apply layer mask. There we go. Oh, I'm using a Gaussian blur. I don't like how that's doing it. Filter, blur, median. No, that just looks like a disc. All right, we're not gonna. Maybe I can. I don't want to go too crazy with that. Let's go back. Bring in our ship over here. I think that's gonna be where we get a little bit of saving grace here. So I think it'd be cool to have this like sort of like warping in almost. So let's go ahead and see if we can sort of use our tool here. So this is the cut tool, and basically what it's doing is it is going to try and detect where the edges are for this object. We're probably going to have to go back and clean it up a little bit. Like, we're not going to be able to get every pocket with it automatically, but it's going to be a lot faster than me trying to do it by hand. At least that's what the hope is. Like, if it's good enough, it's good enough. Well, we're gonna see what we can do, because there's a lot of like little crevices here, but it's also a little blurry. So I'm betting with some areas where it's not as defined, we can simply go in there and adjust it enough. Because basically, I think this works off of color contrast. Can I? Oop! Did not like that. Yeah, it's going to be a little rough on this section here. We're going to have to go back and clean that up. It's also giving me a little too much boundary there. Let me see what this does. Alright, no craziness there. Turn that off. Interactive boundary? What does that do? Oh, interesting. You can kind of place it. Yeah, I think it's having some trouble detecting the outer edges over here. Because it's starting to, like... When you get fuzzy edges like this, there isn't a clear distinction between what you want and what the computer thinks is an edge. Like, it's probably going to do a little bit better. It's doing a little bit better over here. What we will probably do, just to speed this up, though, is we may blur it a little bit on the outside or feather it in some way, shape, or form, just so we don't have to worry about it. Because if I can avoid painting all of this out in a layer mask, which admittedly sometimes you have to do, if we can avoid it, we will. Yeah, overall, it's not too bad. All right, let's create a layer mask with that. Cool. All right, so let's select none. All right, yeah, not too bad. There's a couple areas we do need to clean up, but some of them we can get away with a much fuzzier brush. And we'll have to add in some fake lighting over here and maybe do the perspective shift again, but we will go ahead and do that. So I'm on there. Let's come over here. I'm gonna lower this down. How's my... Oh, yeah, it should be soft enough. Nope, stop turning it. Ugh, why you do this to me? There we go. Sometimes I forget what the default controls are. You know what? We're gonna do... Not a sloppy job, but we're gonna do a fast job here. Remember, though, it just has to look good enough. Because if I zoom in on this some more, I'm betting, like, yeah, you can still see that defined edge, but you can't really see it once you come out all the way over here. I do have to make this brush a little smaller, though. Alright, cool. So, we'll take that out. Do that a little bit. Whoa, okay, nope. And I'm definitely going to take advantage of the computer to do some of these straight edges for me. Oh, that's a little too tight. You know, I'm going to go into that a little bit, and I'll switch this back to white. Just get that back in there. Cool. And off we go. Oh, no! Stop it. Yeah, here we don't... I don't have a ton of work to do here, which is good. For really tight corners, though, sometimes you'll have to do a little bit of destruction, and then can't talk, and then you can go back in and recreate the corner that you had before. Is that painting something? No, that just looked weird for a second. All right, let's go ahead and finish this up. In fact, we're going to be a little cavalier with this. In fact, I may actually leave that because it looks like lighting on the outer edges. No, not really. Not from that distance. All right, off it goes. All right, let's get this in here. Come on, you. I need you to do the thing. Yeah, we're gonna be a little relaxed here with the paint out because I'm not using this for animation. So because this is a still image, I can be a little liberal with how much of the ship I take out. If this needed to be consistent from frame to frame, then honestly I would probably reshoot whatever it was that I was doing if possible, because painting out a subject, which basically is like a form of rotoscoping, can be a humongous nightmare. That actually looks okay down there. Alright, cool. I'm gonna just kind of leave that as is. I'm not gonna be too concerned about that. My phone also went off. Let's just make sure this isn't something that's super crazy. Okay, fine. Okay, let's get this out of here. Come on, you. Aspect ratio, angle, hardness, spacing. Probably crank that up just a little bit. That's one of the issues when you work with a really soft brush is that it's softer, so it doesn't have as much of an impact. And it can be a little hard to get precise edging on the brush, but, you know, that's kind of what you wanted. Also, doing this with a mouse, not my best idea ever. I don't want to just go straight through, though, because then it's definitely going to look like it was painted out. Let's back up here and take a look at that again, though. Alright, yeah, cool. I think that is good enough. So, let's go ahead and duplicate this. I'm going to hide the original. Apply the layer mask. Yeah, there it is. Cool. Alright. And maybe what I can do... So right now we're looking at this from a front angle. So maybe I can change the perspective just a little bit. Also, let's get my screen back in the right orientation. There we go. Let's go to... what was I doing? I believe this is under Transform Tools, Perspective. Okay, so let's see here. No, I kind of want it more from up above, so yeah, there we go. It's also kind of weird because the perspective tool is not oriented to the ship, so maybe if I change the selection a little bit, maybe if I do this. Whoop. Dang it. Alright, we'll go here. No! Oh, just barely. It's a little outside. We'll go over here. Oh, I added to it. No! Select. None. And we'll do it again. Alright, cool. And now we will do the tool. Where was that again? Filter. No, tools. Tools, transform, and perspective. Oh, it still does it the other bounding box. Ah, right, fine. Yeah, there we go. So it's oriented not quite so it's from the front now. It's a little bit more from the side angle, which is cool. We're going to move that over here. And we're going to place it. And let's see if we can add in some effects to make it look like it is streaking at super crazy light speed. And let's also maybe add in a little bit of purple lighting here. We got a little bit of the blue. Let's see if we can actually transfer this to white a little bit. I think that would be cool. We could probably reuse the layer mask for that too. So let's create a selection here. I'm gonna create. Where's my gradient? Gradient tool. Let's go to a new layer though. Gradient. And let's change this to a nice blue. And let's get the secondary color and set that to a nice bright purple. Okay, great. Oh, it's got to go up here. What does this do? Default legacy. What now, phone? Let's maybe try... Whoa, okay. I like what it's doing to the ship. It's a little... Obviously, we can't have that affect the background, but I'm hoping I can copy this. Oh. My computer... Oh, there it goes. Okay, we just had a little bit of a glitch there. Can I copy and paste the information here, though? Because that would be... Ooh. Yes? Question mark? It sort of did what I wanted. Sort of. Oh, right, because this doesn't max the transformation. Ah, dang it. Alright. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and... We're going to do a... Because I'm running out of time here. Let's add on a secondary layer mask. And let's do this. And you know what? That's actually kind of cool. Let's do filter. Let's do we have a directional blur? Linear motion blur. Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh. Oh, this is on the layer mask. No wonder it's not working. Let's duplicate the layer again. We will apply layer mask. Hide this one. Filter. Blur. Linear motion blur. Why? Oh, it has to be from the center, though? That's silly. Oh, was it calculating? Well, that's kind of cool. Let me see where this goes, though. Alright, so we just gotta wait a second, because it's gotta calculate. Okay. Alright, we just gotta wait for that to load. Let's see what else we can do here. Distort. Kaleidoscope. Oh, that adds in like a texture thing. No, it's not what I want. Enhance. No. Blur. Light and shadow. Supernova? Okay, no. Maybe what I can do is get a copy of the ship layer itself, stretch it, distort it, and then like put some effects on top of it. Whoop, nope. need you to stay where you are, Gradient. I need this one. I actually kind of like how that's overblown a little bit. Maybe I'll just lower this opacity down just a little bit so it's not... Yeah, there we go. And let's get this guy over here. So let's go ahead. Let's do a filter, blur. We'll do another linear motion blur. Oh boy. Let's change the length though. No, 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 don't do that. It's like barely anything there now. Let's lower that down, please. Okay, alright. Also, Wolf and Raven decided to stop playing, and I'm very sad about it. I'll just restart this, that's fine. I'm gonna say okay to that for right now, but then we're gonna scale this up a little bit. Scale it. Ooh. Yes. Can I rotate it? I can probably rotate. Let me just scale this up a little bit more. Oh, let's turn this off. Yes, there we go. And you know what? Let's move that over here. I'm gonna put that down there. I'm going to duplicate this, move it over here. Duplicate it again. We're gonna blend this all together in just a second or two. Alright, now let's do... Oh, that says erase. I thought that said ease. Burn was a wah. I mean, interesting, but not a great effect here. So let's do this. Let's get this back to normal for 2 seconds. I also want to combine these together. How does one... No, don't do that. I want to combine. It won't let me select more than 2 layers at a time. GIMP, why do you do this to me? Alright, so here's what I'm thinking, though, for something real quick. Normal. Let's get that back to normal. I think we're going to do a little bit of a hue change here. Image... Let's do... No, not mode. Colors. Let's do hue saturation. Or is there a... Sorry, I just want a No, not a saturation. I need a color shift here. So I guess that would be a hue saturation. Ooh, okay. I like it. Nope, wrong one. I need the hue saturation. Give me that hue saturation. We'll move that a little bit more in between the two there. And the last one, we will shift a little bit more toward the blue. Now, let's go ahead and lower the opacities for a few of these. Don't know what's going on with this one here. Oh, it's still on the... No wonder. Alright, that's kind of cool. I think we still need to, like, tweak a few things here. I think, what I would do is maybe get a layer mask and remove some of this a little bit so it's not all the way across. Also, maybe adding on another layer so the actual... This is not as crystal clear over here. I mean, it's coming along. There's still a lot of little edits to do and whatnot, but I do have to wrap this up a little bit early because I do have to run to a meeting, unfortunately. But we had a little bit of fun, a little bit of experimentation. It was a good time. So thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider hitting the subscribe and the like button and all that good stuff. Also, if you want to learn some of the techniques that I saw here, or you want to take a different class from us, consider checking out our online offerings. Go to thedae.com. We have a bunch of different workshops and classes available. Summer is coming up, so definitely check out our page for that. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of cool stuff. And if you want a private lesson, we can also do that too. Any age group, let us know. So, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys. And we're going to go out to Wolf and Raven.